what the heck is going on with today's social media and Facebook and how to utilize it. We're going to get an insider look at titanium real estate markets, titanium real estate networks, strategies, and what's been working for them. Ronnie has been in the industry for about 5 years. He's seen a lot of changes and trends, and we're going to get to compare. And this is all brought to you by Beyond the Influence team's GoFundMe, which is a journey back to Myanmar, where we go back and feed orphans and support this charity. If you guys are interested in that, make sure you guys check out the links below, gofundme.com/journey back to Myanmar, to host your own live broadcast seminar. So without further ado, Ronnie, tell me.
Hi, Adrian.
You've been in this industry. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, sure. It's a pleasure.
Let's take a step back and look at the industry as a whole. Give us a summary. Where has the industry been in the last 30 years, and where is it now?
It's a good question, Adrian, because the real estate market has been evolved so much. I started this journey like 5 years ago, and there's so many changes already in this past 5 years, right? I think more so in the maybe last 12 months or 18 months, right? We are talking about that the industry is evolving in such a point that we're talking about how we compete with the technology, right? A lot of times that we're helping buyers and sellers, right? We're dealing with tech giant like Zillow. We're dealing with like Rex. We're dealing with different technology, as in now buyers are actually finding their own homes, right? So how are we truly giving value to our buyers, our audience, when the technology are doing all those things, right? So this is the point that we, as Titanium Real Estate Network, we paused and then we think about what's the best thing for the clients, right? How can we make a difference? How can we bring that human element into this equation to make sure that we are truly looking after their best interests? Because one of the key message here is our goal, our mission is clients first, right? So to answer your question, the changes is to the point that the technology, it's like human versus the technology, and how we, because the trend is to really
cut out the middleman, right?
Yes.
With technology, homeowners can just go online, Zillow.
They find their own home.
They want. They say, "I want to buy this," just like
Yes.
Amazon. They order the phone.
Yes.
So it begs to question.
Yes.
What is an agent needed for, anyways? And people
Correct.
tend to forget how much work an agent does, right?
Yes.
From having someone to call through
Yes.
all the negotiation period, the
Correct.
paperwork.
Correct.
So making sure that you're still there. And I guess what we've seen as a trend in a lot of real estate agents in industry, traditional way of marketing, farming, door-to-door knocking, is that majority of agents spend so much time prospecting, which is like going out there looking for work,
Yes.
that they don't have enough time to service the clients that
Yes.
they originally have.
Yes.
So as buyers and owners, their nightmare is like, I can't call my agent because he's trying out there, he's going out there to look out for other prospects,
Yes.
where I have a question about the sale that we're working on.
And they not have time to pick up the phone calls because they're too busy door knocking and prospecting.
Exactly.
Yes. So that customer service level will drastically reduce because of that reason, right? So
yes, and so there's the evolution of Zillow and all these
Yes.
things coming into play. But with you guys, you've been able to change that trend to where you're giving agents more power
Yes.
to, with the Titanium Real Estate, more power, more time to focus on customer service.
Correct. Correct.
Well, let's take a step back. How is that possible?
How is that possible for us to do that? To have more time for the clients?
Is it that the Titanium Real Estate Network pretty much gives you guys the leads?
Yes. So let me elaborate a little bit more, right? So yes, Adrian, not only lead, we believe in a team approach system. Most teams and agents out there, they are one-man show. When they're talking about teams, they're talking about 2 people, 3 people max, right? So there's so many things you talked about earlier, so many things that's realtor we have to do, right? Showing homes, negotiating contract, making phone calls, and anything else in between, right? So there's limited time, only 24 hours a day, and there's so many things we have to handle. It's only one of you, right? It's like you're juggling many balls, and one ball tend to fall. Regardless your capability, regardless how good you are as an agent. But because of that reason, we believe in team approach. We have different departments, right, handling a specific task. right? We have agents handling just sellers. We have agents handling just buyers. We have coworkers handling just the phone aspect of the business. We have our administrative staff. We have our marketing department. We have our media team, so on and so forth. The goal is to make sure that when working with our team, we're able to give you the 100% dedicated attention that you guys deserve, right? So how so is because of just that, we departmentalize, is that a word? To make sure that they all have the specific role. And to touch on what you talk about, yes, we invest heavily on the marketing aspect of the business. The idea is we want to make sure that we are not having the agents to spend 80% of the time looking for the next deal.
I see. So the brokerage, the Titanium Real Estate Network, actually invests heavily in advertising social media, which brings us to today's topic.
Correct.
Let's look at what you guys are doing that's been working so much. You've covered a broad span of I guess technique or I guess strategy when it comes to advertising. Let's look at social media first, and then let's look at traditional means of advertising.
Sure.
I see billboards.
Yes.
I see brochures. I see
radio.
billboards. I see mailouts, radio.
Yes.
Of all the things, what is your feedback, and what are the success rates of how do you guys work with social media? What's your strategy with billboards? What's some information that you guys can share with us that you guys do that's really different?
The idea is creating a brand. I think it's a branding the message that we are sharing with the community, our clients or potential clients, that we are in business on helping people with real estate needs, right? And we are trying to establish that. And obviously the results speak a lot louder than words, and that's what we're trying to focus on as well. That's why when you go to Zillow, you will see the reviews that we have as Titanium Real Estate Network is by far not only the quantity and the quality of the reviews are there. So it's just the product of that, right? But with that said, we believe in advertising, marketing, right? Branding. You touch on, Adrian, the social media aspect of that. We believe because most people, they have a Facebook account, Instagram, Twitter, you name it, right? What's that? Snapchat, and so on and so forth, right? So the idea is to utilize that as a way to get to convey that message, to make sure that they know who we are, what do we do, our mission, and when they think about they're going to buy or they're going to sell, we want them to think about us first.
Okay.
That's the goal.
Speaking of branding and speaking of doing that, let's talk to a few old school veteran real estate agents who go, I don't know what Snapchat is, I don't know what Instagram is, I don't know what Facebook is. Tell us, how valuable is it to reach a Facebook demographic? Because obviously my mom, my dad, my brother, everyone and their mom is on Facebook, and the home buying demographic as well is on Facebook.
Yeah.
So how has social media benefited you guys? And for those who are kind of nervous about getting to Facebook, Facebook, or nervous about getting a media team, like Zaw Studios works with a lot of people, but then we also meet people who are kind of nervous, like, ooh, I don't know how to work the Facebook angle.
Yeah.
Tell us, what are they missing by missing out on Facebook?
Yeah. So I think Facebook is not new. It's been around for a long time, and I think the trend is, I don't have the number in front of us here, but I'm sure that the number is just going up every day. The idea is because well, let me back up. The idea of doing marketing and advertising is to make sure that you spread out the message to as many people as possible. We're talking about different age group, regardless of their background, the age group, the ethnicity, doesn't matter, right? Facebook, by far, I believe, is the one place that you can put your stamp there, and people understand where you're coming from, right? By not doing that, you are missing out. I guess I can say that you're missing out a tons of opportunity as far as reaching out to your audience, right? Because it's so broad. The beauty of Facebook, if you ask me, because people use that to post their kids' picture and to post whatever important to them in their life, whatever that is, the meal. You know how people take picture of their food and go to restaurant, things like that, because they use it in a daily basis. When you're able to understand the power of that, and then you spend the whatever advertising dollar to make sure that your company's message is there along with the kids picture, you don't understand the power of that, right? So we are strong believer in that, and I think we're seeing it's one of the few things that we do, obviously, right, as far as advertising, but that's the idea behind it.
That's incredible. I mean, basically, you're given by using social media, you're given an edge to find out more about the wants and needs of your clients, your prospects.
Yes.
And understanding that means a whole lot because I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about serving the client's needs.
Correct.
It's about making sure that you're there when they have an emergency or when they're looking to make a referral.
Correct.
And
Correct.
If an email or a phone call is the only way you're accessible, then you're limiting yourself to being received through Instagram, through Facebook Messenger, through so many other means, but making yourself accessible is the key, right?
Correct.
And let's summarize. So today we talked about Ronnie's, day in the life of a real estate agent before and how it's modified now and how, really that we should embrace social media.
Yeah.
As much as Facebook is known to invade privacy, it shouldn't be a threatening thing because at the end of the day, we just want to find out what the wants and needs of our clients are to make them happy, and this is a leverage that you really can't miss on having.
Yeah.
If you guys like today's episode, make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys check out Titanium Real Estate Network's strategies to learn out more. Comment and question us if you have anything at all. If you guys are interested in hosting your own Facebook Live to support a GoFundMe from Beyond the Influence team, make sure you check out GoFundMe.com/a journey back to Myanmar to feed orphans and find out more information about all that stuff. I want to thank Ronnie. Ronnie, you've been doing a phenomenal job from what I hear, and you're kicking butt and taking names, and you're not spending any time having to prospect, having to market, having to cold call, no door-to-door knocking. That is a thing of the past. Nobody wants a cold call anymore.
I don't think so.
No one wants a spam email, a cold call. No. What they want is to be able to access you whenever they need, and to make that easy as possible and get you call whenever they need you to pick up the phone.
There you go.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys stay tuned, this is the end of our 15-minute segment of Facebook Live. We want to thank Titanium Real Estate Network. We want to thank Ronnie. We want to thank Team New Vision for their support and donations. And we want to thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you tag and share other agents, friends, and family if you guys like what you see. We'll see you guys around.
Bye.
Of selling your home. This is John Cobelt with important facts for home sellers. Why waste time with an ordinary agent? Call my friend and agent, Rudy Kasuma. Rudy may already have a buyer for your home. Rudy has thousands of qualified buyers in his exclusive Buyers in Waiting program. The fact is, Rudy Kasuma has more buyers, which means more money and a faster sale for you. Call the only one I would trust to sell my home. Call Rudy now at 855-RUDY-SELLS, 855-RUDY-SELLS, or RudyHasTheBuyers.com, RudyHasTheBuyers.com.